Your knees ache and you've gone to doctors and chiropractors. You've gotten x-rays and MRIs and nothing's worked. Let me tell you about my client Barb, who's in her late 40s. Her knee was hurting her, so she went to the doctor, and he told her it was age-related degeneration. Now, he's partially right. Wear and tear is a given for anyone over 40, but without knowing her fitness history, he's missing a big piece of the puzzle. See, I've worked with Barb on and off for years, and I've watched the pattern. When life gets busy, she skips her workouts, and then her knees start to hurt. When she gets consistent again with her workouts, her knees feel fine. And that's not something a 10-minute exam with a doctor is going to catch. That's what my 40 years of strengthening bodies catches right away. You don't have to live with pain just because you're getting older. You likely walk right past the best machine in the gym for strengthening the muscles that support your knees. Today, I'm revealing this overlooked gym tool and how it can help you reduce knee pain and move better. I've worked with thousands of people over the last 40 years, and I've seen the same patterns. When muscles get weak, they often become stiff and tight. And when that happens, your movement starts to change. Other muscles start helping out. Your body begins compensating. And before long, aches and pains start showing up in places you never expected. So you respond by moving less, you stop exercising, you avoid activities that might hurt. But movement is exactly what your body needs. Your joints don't stay healthy because you rest them. They stay healthy because you move them and you keep the muscles around them strong. Think about how many hours you spend each day sitting, at meals, in the car, at work, watching TV. Your body was designed to move, but your hamstrings spend most of the day doing very little. So year after year, they get weaker and weaker. And because it's happening gradually, you don't really notice it. Then one day your knee starts to ache. So your hamstrings do a lot more than just bend your knee. They help to stabilize it. They help control movement every time you walk, climb stairs, get up from a chair, or even step off a curb. When they're weak, the knee joint has to handle more stress than it should. Not enough to cause an injury overnight, but enough to create pain over time. And that's exactly what happened with my client Barb. Life got busy, she stopped exercising consistently, her hamstrings got weaker, her knee started hurting. The answer wasn't another scan or x-ray, it was rebuilding the strength that she lost. And as we get older, we lose that strength faster when we miss our workouts. Once she got back into a consistent exercise routine and strengthened her hamstrings, her knee pain disappeared. No surgery, no complicated rehab program, just addressing the real problem. Which brings us to the machine, the one almost every gym has, but almost everyone ignores. Yet it may be the best machine to strengthen those muscles that support your knees. And this is the lying leg curl. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. A leg curl, that's the secret machine? I already do the seated leg curl. That's the same, isn't it? And no, the two machines are not exactly the same, and I'll explain why. But first, let's review how the lying leg curl actually helps address this hamstring problem, because it trains the hamstrings in a hip extended position, one of the roles that they perform during everyday movement. Think about when you're walking. Your hamstrings help control your leg as it moves behind your body. It helps stabilize your knees as you move forward. The lying leg curl strengthens that function. It also tends to be a lot more challenging than the seated version. After years of training people, I found that most people really struggle with the lying leg curl the first time they use it. Part of the reason is that you're lifting against gravity from a position where your leg is already behind you. In fact, some people aren't even strong enough to move the lightest weight on a lying leg curl. And that's exactly where the seated leg curl can become a valuable exercise. It gives you a way to build hamstring strength and control before progressing to the lying version. Start with whichever version you can control and feel working. Then build from there. More weight or a different machine or a variation as your strength improves. And here's what's surprising. After training people for more than 40-something years, I've found that most people have never been shown how to do the machine properly or how to set it up properly. And once they learn the proper setup, the range of motion, the tempo, the exercise often feels completely different. And what started as a machine they ignored or didn't like becomes one that they actually enjoy using. Now let's talk a little bit about that seated hamstring curl. It has its place and value depending on the person and the goals that they have. Can it strengthen your hamstrings? Well, absolutely it can. The goal is stronger hamstrings regardless of whatever method you use. The problem is that many people make mistakes when they use it. Mistakes that dramatically reduce its effectiveness. Because quite frankly, it's easier to cheat on the seated leg curl than the lying leg curl. And we'll come back to those in a second. But first, let's focus on how to perform the lying leg curl correctly. Now, this machine isn't right for everyone, so check with your healthcare professional or qualified trainer before adding any new exercises to your program. Leg curl, hips down, slow squeeze. Feel those hamstrings working, not your hips. You want to bring that weight up under control, and you want to take it down slowly. You can think of a little power coming up, but you definitely want to control it on the way down. Now let's come back to that seated leg curl machine, because it can be a very valuable exercise when done properly. But many people reduce its effectiveness by making a few common mistakes that usually they're not even aware of. Number one, they don't use a full range of motion, so the hamstrings never get fully challenged through the movement. Number two, they don't control the weight on the negative portion of the exercise, and the negative is the resisting as you return. Number three, they go too heavy, which limits their range of motion and control. Number four, they go too light and turn the exercise into a Ferris wheel version. And this is why proper execution means more than the machine itself. The right tool only works when you know how to use it properly. So that's why the lying leg curl is such an important piece of the puzzle for people who have been told that knee pain is simply a part of getting older. And it's exactly why strength training is one of the best things you can do for your joints as you age. I've seen this firsthand with clients well into their 80s and 90s. The results come from training the right muscles, using the right exercises with proper technique, and building strength over time with the right progressions. The lying leg curl is actually step 2 of my 5-machine method. If you'd like to see the complete system and the other machines I recommend, watch the 5-machine video next, and download the free 5-machine method jumpstart program link in the description.